Hello and welcome to the first Joe's Legend episode. Here, you will hear the most unusual stories narrated by me. Many I collect from the internet, many I have experienced myself. So come on and enter to the story. Today's story is The Curse of Plants vs. Zombies. So you've probably heard of Plants vs. Zombies, that game of the plants that save your house from those terrible zombies. Well, the story I am about to tell you talks about someone who couldn't control his addiction. This is told by someone who goes under the name Strelok01. It was last year, my brother came in with the disc that had the game Plants vs. Zombies. It was a part adventure on a memory CD with the title badly written on its cover. My brother, a few years younger than I am, installed it on my computer so he could play, but I quickly uninstalled it as I thought it was a senseless game, not good enough to be on my computer. He became upset, tried to install it again, but I quickly took it from him and threw it away. I told our parents about how bad playing that game could cause him some damage and stuff, just to bother him as an old brother would do. Days passed, and his friend that was always on the house never came back. It was told that he actually enclosed himself in his bedroom and wouldn't even go to school. And that was weird, but we never cared that much. Approximately 2 weeks later, the young boy was found in some atrocious conditions, which I will mention while my brother was yelling, "I knew it! I knew it!" That same night, my brother muted himself. I asked him if he knew what really happened to his friend, since the boy from about 11 years old was found by his mother with his clothes very tight, a wooden saw on his side, and his skull widely open with part of his brain outside. What was odd was that the cut on his skull was clean. His skin was removed first with his hair, then they ripped apart his skull. Also, his clothes were very tight, as if they were shrunk on him. And the boy still had his look fixed on the screen of his computer, which had nothing open, as if it was just restarted, according to the pictures taken from the body. No fingerprints were found, nor any sort of evidence from the killer in the scene, and his mother firmly assured she didn't hear any screams or anything of that matter. My brother didn't talk until 3 days later after the kid's funeral. He told me not to tell anyone, but he actually knew what happened. He told me that his friend actually took a pirate copy of the disc from the local store, which had the title mediocrely written on its cover, Plants vs. Zombies. The one I actually uninstalled from my computer, and I almost got hooked up by it too. The boy told my brother that he couldn't stop playing, and he couldn't sleep peacefully since it had become an obsession. He said that he heard voices in his room, and his parents began to show heavy headaches when he was playing, until he decided to enclose himself and play it secretly. He played at midnight, and on the tile screens, he was starting to see pictures of his family, until he began survival mode and found a note, just like the ones that zombies did, with the typical handwriting from zombies saying, "You're screwed, kid. You little prick. This will begin to become harder. Every time a zombie enters the house, we will kill your mother, your father, Involuntarily, he continued to play, like if his body couldn't let him go. He advanced the game's first levels with ease, and next day, he told my brother this. My brother took it as a joke and told him it was all fake and stupid, and told him to let himself loose to see what happens. So, we didn't knew anything about the boy until the news from his death, which his mother recalls that he didn't go to school passing as if he was sick. But when his mother heard the music, she knew he was playing, and so his father denied him from eating dinner that day. His mother took some food for him late that night and found him with his hand still on the mouse. And from the speaker, she could hear a soft evil tune, but stopped playing when the police arrived. His hand was on his neck, like trying to remove the tight clothes, and could have died from asphyxiation, thing that was discarded by forensics, and assured him he died from a heart attack, which explains there was no yelling. But there was no evidence that there was someone else on that room. Now, this month had passed. My brother thinks that the boy made a deal with the zombies, exchanges his life for his parents. That night, we entered after the police did, just to check on his computer. And he had his shortcut to the game, eventually. And as soon as we opened it, the sunflower on the title menu was speeding up and a little more detailed. A voice came from the computer saying, "Do you want to try again?" But it seems he already had the game 100% complete. We ran away from that place, knowing that in that room, little John Layden, who was a good kid, died. Maybe he did it just to dare the destiny, or maybe to save his family, risking it all on a computer flash game. Well, we will never know. And you, do you want to try again?